she is her, and I don't know my little man at, but he is he. Welcome to episode 6. Hey, come here. Get your 5 seconds of fame.
Come on, baby.
Say, what are you? Yeah.
Love you, baby.
And y'all are welcome back to episode, is this 6?
This is 6.
Welcome to episode 6 of the We Don't Need a Name podcast.
6.
I am your host, WORDPLAY Love. This is my beautiful co-host, SHANICE. And we like to welcome y'all back to our world, our life, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
And we real comfortable today, too, because
we are. We was outside shooting some basketball. I crossed them up, you know.
The lies that people tell for no reason. You have no reason to lie. There was no reason to lie about it.
For y'all that know him, know that he's played basketball for years. So
he's played basketball. He played basketball.
I'm sounding real country. Don't mind, whatever. But to cross him up, pat on my back. I really.
So you gonna keep up with the lie?
I didn't, but I like that lie.
It's a good lie. That's a good lie.
To cross you up, I gotta be doing something.
Yeah, you know, that's a good lie.
And he a junk talker. Like, I got to, cause
I didn't talk not one. I ain't talk no junk out there. I wasn't talking no junk.
Not that time, but you talking a lot.
I mean, of course, shoot, like that's the game. Sometimes talk junk. I ain't disrespectful.
Yeah, you is.
I'm not disrespectful.
I mean, cookies.
Oh, is he?
Jelly. It's the taunting that he does. So jelly, cookies.
That's the good word. It's taunting. I don't really trash talk. I taunt.
I don't like
I tease a little bit, you know?
I don't like it. Keep that to yourself.
Well, you ain't gonna survive in the world of competition if you can't take a little bit of banter. So what are we talking about today? We ain't even.
Let's reel it back. That's why we real comfortable.
We're not chill. We're not comfortable
you know
clothes right now because we just came from outside. It's a beautiful day. This comes out on Thursday, but today is Tuesday that we shoot. But the day is a beautiful day. About like 72, 73, sunny. So, you know,
get a good walk in, take your babies out. Everybody get a little bit of sun because it's so needed.
Yeah,
so.
Hopefully we don't see no more cold. So hopefully by the time this come out Thursday, it's a beautiful sunny day. Y'all can go out and like play basketball if you want to. Go to the
playground, ride some bikes.
You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, if not, you got no kids, man.
If you ain't got no allergies, roll in the grass.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. My allergies, sinuses.
But no, I got allergies, so I ain't gonna do it. But I encourage you, if you don't have allergies, go roll around in the grass, get you some vitamin D, frolic through some flowers. Do it.
Do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
If you ain't moving, what you doing?
Yeah. Anywho, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce. Shout out to SHANICE, man. She's really been like coming up with a lot of our like subject matter and category, you know, things that we've been doing lately. So, you know, round of applause to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not always easy to keep up, you know what I'm saying, and keep the energy flowing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get a little bit, you know, complacent or stagnant, but we've really been like off the camera, we've really been working hard, you know, to try to make sure that we give y'all these episodes and that y'all can really enjoy them. So
he loves giving flowers, but he's also the engineer who also sets up everything for the filming. He also edits everything, anything that y'all see as far as editing, and this man literally does it. So yin and yang, two sides of
teamwork make the dream work. You dig?
So that leads me into what we're talking about. So I came up with some tips that we have because we've been married for 7 years. Yeah. Will it be 7 or will it be?
We got married in 2018.
What is that?
So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This is September 20. Yeah, it'll be 7 years this year.
I'm already claiming 7 years because we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
so
it'll be 7 this year. You know, so yeah, man, we here. They say the first 5 years is the hardest like years.
Yeah, I feel like the first 2 was some of our hardest.
Yeah, but I think this one guy I work with, I think he been married like 20 some years.
Oh, he got a story.
He was just like, usually the first 5 years are the toughest years, and then after that, you're gonna have your trials and tribulations. But he said that first 5 years,
you get through all the layers,
all the layers, and stuff, especially if you have kids within the 5 years. They said it's really tough. So we right there, because we had Nasir a year after we got married.
We got pregnant in 2019.
Yeah, we didn't have him. No, you got pregnant a year later.
Yeah, I got pregnant a year later. So we got married
almost to the date. We found out you was pregnant in what, like November of?
No, October. October, because it was right after my birthday. Because my birthday is in October. So, needless to say, our 1 year wedding anniversary was grand. Nasir was conceived.
Nasir is a love child. I guess we could just say that for, we could just say that. He was a love child.
He was definitely a love child, because we were not planning, but we knew that we wanted a child.
We weren't worried about it. It wasn't like it was like a oh my God moment.
It wasn't, but oh my God. Ooh, that, you know what? I'm going to have to tell the story about how I figured out that I was pregnant with the turkey burgers.
You want to tell the story before we get started?
You think we got time?
This is our because we don't need a what?
We don't need a name podcast.
Because I am him, she is her, and my little man in there, he is he. Yes, we got time. This is our episodes. This is our podcast. We got time.
Talk, Daddy.
I'm in control of this camera. I can do action. Let's go. No, I'm just playing around. I'm playing around. Don't you get hot. Don't you get hot right now.
Cool me out.
Well, I go ahead. Because I think all of that will lead into everything that we're going to talk about today. So
okay.
You got to start with boom.
So this is what had happened. What had happened was what was I doing that night? I think I was already a little late on my menstrual, but I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried. It's like, okay, sometimes, women, it comes on, it's gonna fluctuate a little bit there. So I was noting that I was like about, what was I, like almost a month, or maybe anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks late.
You was right around in that month area, maybe not quite a month, but right there.
Yeah. So I knew I was late, and then I was like, okay, so I ain't worried though. I'm married and stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, I was worried, not worried, but I was just like, hey man, that thing need to come on if it's gonna, that it need to come on if it's gonna come on and let me know something.
I didn't I'm gonna say I didn't think so, but I was just like, it ain't happened yet, and we've been together for years already, you know, prior. So I'm just like, probably not. We done had a couple of little scares
for sure.
in the past too. So
definitely.
I was just like, okay, it's whatever. So I was like, okay, I got these burgers, right? Okay, so we had kind of X'd out a lot of beef and red meat, and of course pork was gone. So I got these turkey burgers, and I remember I opened them I can't remember what were you doing? I was at the
studio. I was at the studio with Days and doing something, I think. Yeah.
So you was gone. I was cooking dinner, right? So
it wasn't Days. This was might have been James and them. We was doing something. Days might have been it was one of them nights where everybody was there.
Yeah. Look, link up.
Yeah.
But I remember opening the pack of turkey burgers, and the smell that hit me, and I'm like, ooh, this is putrid. Is this some bad meat? Did I get some bad meat? Mm-hmm. The date was fine. The meat was fine. It looked fine, but the smell of it was so overwhelming to me. That's why I was like,
See, you didn't tell. You never told me that.
I never told you that.
No, you told me about
the taste.
I'm gonna let you finish, but you ain't never tell me that the smell actually got you too.
The smell was so bad because I had not cooked them by then. So I'm like, okay, is this some bad meat or something? Mm-hmm. So then I was like, okay, I'm tripping. Probably not. So let me go ahead and season them up and cook them, flip them, whatever. And I remember tasting it, and I'm just like. like I got the shoulders like
hunchback.
This is terrible. Bro, I didn't say nothing by the time that you came home. He came home, right? And I was like, okay, babe, here's your burgers, here's your dinner and stuff. And boy, he ate the mess out of them burgers. He said it was busting. And I'm just looking at him like,
them was some of the best turkey burgers that you ever made. Like your turkey burgers are always good, but those were just exceptionally good.
I can't remember if they were the regular turkey burgers. We had got some burgers from Publix.
No.
When we got that.
You was getting. You remember you used to get the
Chuck.
Yeah. No.
That might have been beef.
They might have been beef instead of turkey burgers. Because that's when you was going to the Whole Foods.
Yeah.
So it was them. Yeah, so it wasn't the turkey burgers. It was the ground chuck from Whole Foods. From Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And that junk was busting.
Oh my God, look, if y'all do that, go to the fresh market or go to Whole Foods and get you some fresh, like they'll put it in like, what is it? It looks like a paper bag, almost like little paper folding.
Yeah, if you've been there, you know.
Burgers though, so good. But anyway, he ate the mess out of these burgers and I'm just looking at him like, so he liked these burgers. They're good to him. These burgers were terrible to me. So I was like, I think I need a pregnancy test.
No, because what happened, I was like, yo, these is good. And then you was like, they don't taste funny to you? And I was just like, nah, they don't taste funny to me. I was just like, why would you say that? And you was kind of like, they were like, taste sour to me and the smell and everything. You was kind of telling me that. And like, I'm not ignorant to like certain things. I'm like, my mind started going. So I'm like, okay, she's about a month late.
I was in denial.
She telling me stuff is smelling funny and tasting sour and tasting funny. And she is not saying anything to me. Like she's not, She's just kind of looking at me, and me, I'm just like.
I low-key wanted him to say it before I say it, because I feel like if I say it, it's gonna make it real.
Yeah, so I was sitting there and I was just like, man, you think you pregnant?
Is that how you said it?
Yeah, I was like, man, do you think you pregnant? And then that's when you said, I think I need a pregnancy. And then in that moment, I was like, my stomach dropped. I'm just like, what? And I'm just like, okay, keep it cool. Because like I ended it like
I had to dab my pits at the time.
I guess protector, like, me being your husband and stuff like that. I think, in those moments, y'all are very vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I feel like the way that we might react as a man could either, could kind of like.
It could make or break something.
Because if a nigga like, babe, I think I need a pregnancy test, he'd be like, man, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like then that's a red flag. You feel me?
I need to leave. You need to leave.
So that's a red flag. So I was just like, my stomach dropped a little bit, but it wasn't like oh shit. It was more like you know what I'm saying? Just like, kind of excited. So I wanted to make sure that, like, okay, hey, I will get you a pregnancy test tomorrow after I get off work. So,
And you did.
Yeah.
The thing is that you got off like around 1 or 2 o'clock. I normally got off around like 5:30.
Yeah, and that was your long day, so you didn't get off till like 7. Yes, you didn't get off till like 7. So like
7 to 7.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna tell y'all how this was the longest day of my life. I got off work, went straight to CVS, and I bought the 2 most expensive, off the box, the most accurate ones. I spent
about 3.
Yeah, I had 2 ones where you have the lines and then a digital one. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I think you had another one.
That was 3. I had 2 of the. So I had 4.
No, really, you only bought 1 pack. I thought you bought 1 pack, but it was like 3 different tests.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't remember having no more. I remember it was the 2 with the actual lines and then a digital one.
Yeah.
So
right.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, she gonna have to piss on this stick a couple times. Just try to make sure, we don't need no no oops, you know what I'm saying? We need to try to be sure. But yeah, that was the longest day. I got home. I remember I got something to eat. And like, I literally made myself go to sleep. I was like, I just can't sit up. So I literally like put on something boring and made myself go to sleep.
Force yourself to go to sleep.
And I remember I woke up probably like 30 minutes before you got home.
Yeah.
So I think we already talked too, so I told you I got him and stuff
so
like
I knew
that. So
like as soon as I got home, you expected me to pee on the stick. I parlayed. I came into the door. I had my purse and my work bag, and I'm just, oh babe, how was your day? And I'm kind of dragging, and I'm gonna sit down and talk to him and kiss
I'm like,
him.
damn, I go pee on this stick. What are you doing? Don't talk to me right now until you go pee on that stick.
I'm over here trying to, oh boy, if Delulu was a person, like I was trying to be in Delulu. I was like so nervous.
Because the crazy thing about it is, every time she come home from work on a regular day, she is running in the house, barely making it all the way in the door, and she runs straight to the bathroom and have to pee. But this time she just was dry. She was Sahara, ain't had no pee, no kind of wear, no type of nothing.
Because I was nervous. I don't know what. I think I actually peed before I left work. Because normally I don't pee in there, but I peed before I left work because I was like, oh God, I ain't gonna be able to hold my bladder. I'm gonna be in traffic and stuff. So I finally went in. I peed on, I don't know if I used all three. I used at least two of them. I used the one with the lines and then the digital one. And I had you to go look at it because I could not look at it.
How long it take? They say like 3 minutes?
Yeah, like 3 to 5 minutes.
Man, I put 3 minutes on the timer on my phone, and I was just like, and that was the longest 3 minutes of my life.
And he's like, I won't say he's impatient, but when it's something like this, he's a pacer. So he's not sitting down. I'm like, I need to sit my ass down because I might pass out just from the excitement.
I got the TV off. It's silent in the house. And I'm walking back and forth pacing. Back and forth pacing.
He would not sit down, and it bothered me so bad. I'm just like, sit your ass down.
I couldn't, man.
He couldn't.
But
when we found out,
the alarm went off.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want to go look or you want me to go look? She like, I can't do it.
I can't because my knees might get weak.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go look. So like, it felt like a movie. It felt like a movie. Like everything was moving. It's like slow motion. I walked in the bathroom and like I see the stick, but I didn't look at it yet. I looked in the mirror, and then like I had like a moment where it was just like, this is the moment that you've been waiting for. Well, you know I'm extra, like, you know how, so I'm just like, and then it was like, and I looked down, and I didn't have to freaking guess. You know, sometimes that line be faint, but that line was deep. Those two lines was dark. Deep, and it was like, in that moment when I seen it, like, the joy that I experienced in that moment, I wish that every man can experience that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's beautiful.
Because, you know, you always had, you know, like, you know, we family. So it's just like, you know, dang, you know, is it ever going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Or am I meant to have kids? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So seeing that, I was just like, oh my God. You know, and so I'm in the bathroom for like 30 seconds. Like, you know, because I want to try to keep it cool. So I walked out the bathroom, and then next thing you know, she looking at me with the big eyes.
Like, what it say?
Like
it's taking forever.
And then I just remember having the test, and I was like, ah! And I started doing the Flintstones, like jumping, kicking my feet, clicking my heels together. And she was just like,
I'm in shock.
She is shocked. Me, I already had my shock. So now I am lit. She shocked, you know, but then we came up, gave you hugs and kisses.
Cried a little bit.
You know, we cried a little bit, not gonna lie.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment, man. It was a beautiful moment. And now, like almost 5 years later.
Almost 5 years.
We got a little man.
Yeah. So that's how we found out. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we found out.
Hey, little man.
Yeah. Little head walking by.
But that brings me to there's some things that we follow to continue to have not only a great marriage, because we were together for years prior to being married.
Yeah.
So these are some things, some tips. It's not for everybody.
No.
It's not for everybody.
Everybody's relationship is different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is what works for us. This is what kept our marriage and our relationship, to where it is in this very moment.
Yes. And it's beautiful. Don't get it twisted. We got problems just like everybody else. We have bumps in the road. Sometimes we tussle and not tussle, but you know what I mean.
We don't put hands on each other.
No, we never look. Don't ever put your hands on nobody.
Both ways. Keep your hands to you. Quit touching shit. Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your mother hands to yourself.
Don't put your hands on nobody. But we have our trials and tribulations.
Yeah, and these are things that I feel like set not only a great foundation, but continue to have longevity in your relationship or your marriage, whatever you choose to do. Do you, boo? But this right here, this is golden. This works.
Yeah, it works.
This man was happy to plant that seed. He was happy to plant that seed.
You ain't got to plant that flag and see it sway in the wind.
Listen, look. That flag was planted. This baby was made in love now. But anyway. Okay. So I feel, so my first one is always check in with your partner to be sure that you're fulfilling them. And when I say that, I mean, I think we can get lost in the day-to-day stuff, paying bills, doing all this and all that jazz. But I need to check in with you and say, hey, babe, is there anything that you need from me? Whether it is just maybe simple affirmations or you look sexy today, babe.
Right.
Maybe you need more hugs today. Maybe you need me to do a task around the house a little bit more, take something off of your plate. But I think just a good check-in.
Yeah.
Whether it be daily, it depends on the person, whether it be daily, whether it be monthly, every couple months.
Sometimes it could be every 30 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes. So.
I'm going to check on you 30 more minutes. You straight?
We do that pretty often, and even going through, 2020, going through COVID at the time of having a newborn was a lot. So I think we had to check in with each other a lot more. Yeah. So that's definitely...
that's definitely a good one. And that falls under the whole, communication umbrella too. You have to be able to communicate with your partner,
Communication is key.
It definitely is. It sounds very cliche, but you have to talk. Now, like I said, again, I understand sometimes you don't feel like talking. There's times where...
He's a talker, believe it or not, when we have issues.
Yeah, I don't even
want to talk.
Yeah, she be having attitudes. But too, you have to kind of respect that. You have to give her... or you have to give your significant other some space if they need it, because you don't want to try to press an issue and they're not in a mental space to really go there. Yeah. Because then now something can be said out of frustration, out of anger. Absolutely. That doesn't need to be said. So, you got to kind of find that balance and kind of know when to approach the situation, but yeah, I'm usually the one that's just kind of bringing it to the table,
Very direct.
But she's definitely you listen, you know what I'm saying? Once you calm down, stuff like that, you're a great listener, you know what I'm saying? You hear me, you understand when I am being transparent, because it's hard for a guy to be transparent.
It is. That's another thing. If your man is opening up and being transparent, let that man open up.
I got another
story. And encourage him.
I got another story.
No, okay.
When we first started dating, I was still kind of outside. So I was still going to the club and going, chilling, hanging with the homies on the weekend sometimes. Right. Not that I was neglecting her, but, I still like to go and chill with the homies. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't mind it.
Yeah. 1 second. Yes, sir.
Pause.
And as I put the
You gonna
Take your time, baby.
you put what is it? What, the slinky?
Yeah.
Oh, you put
Okay,
the slinky on your dresser?
That one is far away the handle. You open that.
No.
Oh, okay, on your dresser, on your handles.
That way we want.
Okay, so here's one button. There you go. All right. Well, we're gonna finish up, and then I'm gonna come see your slinky. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
No, you buddy.
All right. Yeah, that's our little man. He got he got real bad sinuses and stuff like that. So like he's kind of draining right now. So it's kind of,
Yeah, I know.
yeah. If you got kids with sinus problems, you know about that. So he's on the back end of it now. He just got that little lingering cough. But yeah, I got a story about
Oh, man, you thinking about me?
crazy. She wet. You thinking
about me?
I always think about you, but I ain't wet. I'm oh man. Nah, cut it out, bro. I'm trying to tell this quick story.
Okay, I'm sorry, Dad.
About communication and you listening, and when I'm being transparent. So I went out one night with the homies. Ain't doing no, we just chilling. That next morning, I text her. Hey, good morning. How did you sleep? And it was just like, I slept good. Now that's not how we talk, but
dry as I don't
real
know
dry.
what.
So
Super short.
So I'm like, okay, what you got going on today? Nothing. So
I was so petty in our first, first year or two?
Nah, it wasn't even a year or two. Probably the first 6 months.
I was definitely petty Betty.
But so that's kind of how that interaction was for that whole day, and I had like I said, I had a transparent moment with her. I was just like, yo, like what's going on? I don't know why you kind of treat me like this, but I don't like the way this makes me feel. And I'm just letting you know, I haven't done anything to you for you to give me this, whatever it is that you're doing.
Right, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm just letting you know, like, this shit hurt my feelings low key. You know what I mean? So I was just like, cut and dry. Like me, I'm the type of person, like, I'm a grown man at the end of the day, but I'm able to like express myself and just be like, hey, I don't like this. This doesn't make me feel
you don't hold
good.
You know what I'm saying? And I respected that because you definitely from Jump Street in previous relationships, I was not used to anybody being as direct with their feelings and saying it in a way that you got your point across, but was still respectful.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, but that's just me. It's just like I don't want to leave no room for like assumptions. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel, so we can work on it. And I told her something like I was kind of, I don't know, maybe now I'm thinking about it like, dang, I was kind of blunt with it. But I told her, I said, hey, if this relationship is gonna work, if you want this relationship to work, you got to give me a clean slate because I've done nothing to you. And I think what made me really realize, like, okay, you know what? She is probably the one for me. Because it was still early, but it gave me a good feeling. And it was just like...
not the harmonica.
Hey, brother, you gotta be go in your room and play harmonica. Do it for the camera. Come here.
Do it for the camera real quick.
Come here. Look at the camera. I'll play your harmonica.
Yeah, stand right there in the front. Thank you. Yay!
Tell them good. Say thank you and good night.
Thank you and good night.
But
musical styles of Nasir.
Just little brief intermissions, man. Keep y'all entertained.
Yes.
But yeah, and I told her, I was just like, yo, if this is gonna work, you got to give me a clean slate because I did nothing to you. And what made me feel like it was gonna work was because she heard me and she adjusted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no clap back and like whatever. You just like, it was none of that. She was like, you know what? I hear you. And it wasn't that she just understood me. Like she made a change. And I was just like, I've never really had that in a relationship to that level of what she did. Yeah, not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
did a whole 180. I
feel like, okay, we're gonna eat in a minute, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like my relationships that I've been in have been good relationships because, like I said, I'm very picky,
right?
You know, about who I'm in a relationship with. So, but I've never experienced that. You know what I'm saying? That level of understanding.
I can say the same about you. I've never experienced, because the thing is, I ain't gonna lie, I thought about clapping back. I did, but I did not. Because at first I clutched my pearls because, like, who you talking to? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are you to be so direct? But that's also another one of the points. You got to see it from someone else's perspective. Yeah. And I seen it from his perspective. This is a new relationship at that time. Mm-hmm. He didn't do anything to me. You were literally living your life. And also, from what he was doing music and stuff like that, I know you're around women. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, from my past experience with relationships with cheaters, I wasn't used to that. But it made it a lot easier because you were so transparent about what you were doing and where you were going and who you were with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go down, a whole list, but you have to give that person some reassurance, especially when you're in a new relationship because it's new. Like, you got to make sure that works for that person. And I was just like, you know what? Let me take myself out of this because, again, you didn't do anything for me. I had a lot of baggage from my past relationship.
But the thing is that sometimes these guys that's so secret and stuff like that is because they got something to hide. Me, like I said, I'm at where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be where I'm at and I'm at where I'm going to be, you know? And the thing is, listen, no lie. You can ask James, you can ask Tay, you can ask JG. Where was Luck at when we was really in the club? After we perform and stuff like that, I'll turn up a little bit, but then somewhere I'm finding a corner and I'm like this on the phone, probably texting you. I'm chilling. I'm in the cut.
You called me a couple
I done called you from the club.
Like, in the club before.
Hell yeah, we about to perform Damn It later. Then we gonna go ahead and get on the body.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? And like, everything that I did was on somebody's story. So it's just like, this is what I'm doing,
But you didn't mind checking in. And even if I asked you, I feel like not only did you offer it, but even if I asked, it wasn't a problem. Like, oh man, you wasn't checking on me. You didn't do none of that. And
it's no need.
It's no need. And most times, like, some people be making it real hard because you looking a little guilty. But, I had a real talk, and when I got that text from you, like I said, I did want to clap back, but I was like, from your perspective, I had to give you a clean slate. It would not have been a good relationship. I could have missed out on my blessings.
Don't miss out on my blessings. I could have missed out on my blessing by not listening. I understand that. Especially if a man is being transparent with you. That is... Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm one in a million or anything like that, but it is very hard. Like, I wasn't always like that. Mm-hmm. I wasn't always like that. Don't just think that I'm just this golden child. No, I had to get there, and that was me dealing with my own personal, I don't want to say demons, but my own personal conflicts within. And I told myself, I said, in my next relationship, I'm going to be open. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In my next relationship, I'm going to be open. I'm going to be transparent out the gate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let you know, like, this is who I am. This is the person that you are with. Either you gonna love me or leave me alone.
Yeah.
Either you gonna love me or leave me alone. Don't waste I don't want to waste your time.
Yep.
And I don't need you wasting my time. We're not getting no younger.
I didn't want that either.
Yeah.
I didn't want to waste your time or my time. And I remember having a conversation with my good friend Josh.
Shout out to the bro, man.
Shout out to Josh because he got me in check. You gotta have those friends that if you do divulge, because I will say I never really encouraged to bring anybody in your relationship. Honest, that's one of my points. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, that's another
leave your business, your business.
That's a point. That's a point. That needs its own segment. That needs its own conversation.
Okay. But I did ask Josh. I was like, Josh, I told him the scenario and whatnot, and he's seen me go through a couple of, mishaps. And I was like, what do you think, Josh? And Josh is so cool. He had a cigarette at the time. He said, You fucking up. Yeah, you're fucking up. Look straight out the gate. Like, and that's it. That's all he said to me. Like, you're fucking up. Like, that's it.
Y'all don't know Josh, man, but Josh is probably one of the most unbiased, blunt, you know what I'm saying, coolest guys that you'll ever meet.
Very much. Like, I love Josh, and it made me, again, more realize
and he was
that
in my corner. Shout out to you, Josh. I appreciate it.
He was in your corner, man. So I, like, you know, I had to take a step back, and I was like, you know what? I could really be losing out on this man, because I told myself, my next relationship, I'm going to find my husband. And I didn't want to not give my all in this relationship and bring so much baggage in that it caused turmoil. Like, this is this man's life too. I ain't trying to, you know, cause grief in this man's life. So I had to check myself, and I was like, you know what? You're right. And let me change it.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. It's adjusting, because honestly, given everything that, you know, transpired with that particular situation, I also went back and thought too, I'm like, okay, if this kind of makes her uncomfortable, I know there's going to be a point in time where I have to fall back a little bit from, you know what I'm saying, the activities, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I thought about all of that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, not that I don't want to chill. I still want to chill with my homies. I still want to chill with the homies.
And I didn't want to take that away from you.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, let's figure out some other things to do. And like I said, I'm more of the fortunate ones, because like the day one homies that I was chilling with, you know what I'm saying? If you know me, do you know my day one homies? All of us was getting in relationships at the time, you know? So it was just like,
starting a couple of
so it made it a little bit easier to transition out of, you know, the wild, I don't want to say we was wild boys, but the type of guys that we were.
Yeah, just outgoing.
You know, just outgoing, we in somebody club every weekend.
Yeah.
It got to the point where we was going to certain clubs, and when we walk in, I'm hearing the bouncer saying, yo, what up, look? Like, yeah.
Regulars. I was at home whipping up some food, probably chilling with my girls. Well, we was in our like early to mid 20s, so we was just
But like I said, for me, like I said, I was one of the fortunate ones where it kind of balanced out, because everybody was having a situation, and like I said, my homies, man, we solid, man. And low key, we check each other too. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, you fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
No facts.
Not in this particular situations, but I'm talking about just in life general. Like, if a nigga is messing up or doing something stupid, we gonna let them know, hey, bro, you doing something stupid.
You should.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever
That's
it
a true
is.
Friend.
Yeah, whatever it is. Nigga, you ain't get your oil changed in 7 months. Nigga, you stupid. Nigga, go change that oil. You know, just anything. Ben told you. He was just like, bro, why you always on E?
Is a real one.
Put some gas in your car. I told him. I said, bro, she never had gas in her car.
I had a Camry. I had a Toyota Camry, and I always knew, right when you're at the cusp of, okay, even though my light may be on, I still got about so many more miles until I can't go no more. And I done had about 2 or 3 times that my car just ran out of gas. Like, I gotta go walk to the gas station. Now, I only walked one time, and that's because I was at work. Otherwise, he would have been for me. And I didn't want to tell him, because he's such a man's man. He's such a man's man. He don't want me doing none of that stuff, and I love you for it, babe. But Ben had to tell me, because Luck is talking to him, and Ben told me, put some damn gas in your car.
Because she ain't lit.
Stop it.
The crazy thing is, and this is just how life is. This is just how life is. I can tell her a million times, put some gas in your car. Make sure you just put some gas in your car. Stop having your gas on E. Ben told her like 1 or 2 times. And she kept gas in her car. I was just like...
Because when Ben say something, Ben is day one. Ben is my brother. So for Ben to say something to me, I needed to get right.
Yeah, Ben don't really, he don't be.
He's a man of few words.
Yeah, he's a man of few words. So if he say something, but it's just like, yeah, you really need to get your shit together.
Get it together. Now.
But yeah, man, but you know, yeah, the situation, like I said, you know, transitioning from going to the club so much, I was still going out, especially with the Pressure Entertainment. I was in the club every weekend because we performing every weekend.
Right.
This is
y'all was
when
heavy.
Me and you got like serious, like made everything like, you know, we was getting official and stuff like that. Dammy Lady that's when it started going crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a hell of a like, I don't want to say challenge, but that was a hell of a like test for me because like I was around so much. You know what I'm saying, at that time. None of that. Even though it was pandemonium in that time, like with Pressure Entertainment and Dammy Lady going crazy, and then my own personal music going crazy, like I was surrounded by some solid people. Yeah. Like I have to like emphasize that I am one of the fortunate ones that wasn't around so much temptation. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're around it, but you were.
I mean, I'm around. Just temptation is here, but I'm talking about maybe not temptation, but like the pressure. No pun intended. But the pressures of when temptation is around. I never got that, man. Like I was around some solid people. Yeah. So like I said again, my story is different from other people's stories. So there's no judgment. You know, from anybody else's situation. I just was a more fortunate situation to be able to navigate with having a new found love in my life and all this other stuff that was around me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And too, man, I'm a praying man too. So I always ask God to, you know, cover me, you know what I'm saying, from anything that could be damaging to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? I feel my prayers get through. You understand me? I feel my prayers get through.
Yeah, I know that's right, Mister. All right.
Really low key. This is some good conversation that we having.
This is some very good conversation.
You know, so with that being said, we'll be back for part 2 of We Don't Need a What?
We Don't Need a Name podcast.
Because I am him, she is her, and my little man, come on,
baby. You right on cue.
He is he.
We'll see y'all for part 2.
Part 2 of the We Don't Need a Name podcast. You know, this is some good situations, some good stuff going on. So we don't want to rush it. Yeah. So
because we got a lot more points to cover because we've had like each point, like we could tell probably so many different stories. So definitely.
This really might be a part 3, 4. It might be.
This is a lot of stuff, but
make sure y'all don't miss next week. And we out.
Peace. Love y'all.